trouble brewing. Ask Alma. Evil doing. Ask Alma. Time for viewing. Ask Alma. Are you down, feeling low? Are trials weighing heavy on your mind? I know a place we can go. Sit back and unwind. Grab a seat, put up your feet, and we'll ask Alma. Ask her anything. She has a certain flair for being tough, but always fair. So if you need someone who cares, ask Alma. Problems big or small, she has the answers to them all. So drop your questions, have them solved by Alma. You can ask her anything. Trouble brewing, ask Alma. Evil doing, ask Alma. Time for viewing, ask Alma.
Hello, hello, hello. Come on in the words of Alma. I am Leah, your guest host. We're going to have some fun tonight. 3 interesting questions. Let's get to the disclaimer so we can get started. Come on in, guys. Come on in.
All materials and information presented on this episode of Ask Alma are for general information and entertainment purposes only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and do not represent the views or opinions of the National Newspaper Publishers Association.
All right. Let's get started, guys. Have some special people with me tonight. Let's bring them on in. There's Shay. Hey, Shay. There's Reese.
What's happening? What's really going on? What's up, Shay?
Erica.
All right, y'all.
Hey,
And
guys.
there's Tia.
Hey.
Hey, guys. Hey.
What's really going on?
So what's going on with everybody? Anything interesting? Nothing going on?
Too much is interesting.
Life.
Yeah,
Hey, Ernie. Well, I know for some of us educators, we are ready for the summer.
Listen, as a parent, I'm ready for school to be over.
Listen, I know the educators are. I go through the car riding line and they count down the days. They honking at me like, I'd be like, how many more days? 28. They count down. They are ready for these kids. I'll be with them during summer. So mine's is all.
I'm ready for the projects and the homework to be over with. So I'm ready too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because you still have a little one, Erica. Shay does. Tia's done.
I'm done.
Reese, you were sort of done, Reese, but then you bounced back.
Yeah, that's a whole nother Ask Alma question. That's a whole nother Ask Alma question right there. We ain't even on that topic. You know what I mean? That ain't even the topic. You know?
Look, Reese done bounced back. And then I'll also be telling LaShae, I don't know how she do it with 3 girls back to back. I'm so happy Kennedy and Kim, it was a gap, for them. I don't know how I would have did it. I really don't know. So kudos to you, Shay, for that. Erica kind of has a gap too, though, Reese.
My kids are 12 years apart.
12 years apart. Yeah, I got you.
Oh no, he got you.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's
we
helpful.
Like 20 years apart, right?
You asking me?
Yeah, you about 20 years apart, right?
Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a dad at 17, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how old are we now?
We little.
Well, the 3 of us. Shay's still a baby. A baby.
Okay. We grown.
Yes.
We just gonna say we grown.
T is a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Hers is still young. Yeah, Reese is a grandfather. And Shay's kids too young to be parents.
Was these the topics?
No, these wasn't the topics, but that's once we got on the kids. We waiting for the people to come on.
He
in.
said, "Get off
okay.
him." He said, "Get off him."
I'm trying to figure out.
Look,
I'm
the
cool
people
with it. I'm a
rolling
good
in.
sport. I'm a good
I'm
sport.
waiting
I
for
just
the
want to
people
know.
to come on in. I'm talking to the people. We here. We
Okay.
here.
All right, we
This is
here.
what we
We
doing.
here. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We here.
So we're gonna have the 3 questions, like I said. We're gonna talk about it. Give
We're
some
gonna
advice
discuss it.
about it. We aren't
Right.
therapists, as the disclaimer said. Have some fun with it. Hope we can help you out with a little bit of, common sense, love,
We
maybe
we
a little tough.
we might not be therapists in the like we went to school for therapy or have some type of degrees, but because we all done been through something and might be
Listen,
going through something, we got something to share.
look,
Yeah.
we
You
have
know,
something to share.
you better
And
believe.
on that, that's what people tell me all the time. You have to share your story. I don't want
Yeah.
to share my story, but I see
You
now
have
you
a
have to share
story.
your story.
Right.
As you see, I put on my post, hashtag life and everything else with Leah. Follow me. It's
Okay.
going down. Shout out to Lisa on that also.
Okay.
My
Okay.
friend Lisa helped with that.
That's what's up.
So if y'all are ready, I'm ready to jump into the questions.
I'm
Let's
ready.
get it started. Let's go to question number 1.
Question number 1. I've grown up in a Catholic home my entire life, but now I'm starting to realize that I may not want to be a Catholic anymore. It feels more like I'm sticking with the religion to gain the approval of my parents, and I'm really not doing it for myself. On top of this, I've been questioning my sexuality, and with both my church and my parents being highly homophobic, I mentally beat myself up constantly for being this way. I brought it up a few times that I wanted to stop being Catholic, but they've acted hostile to the idea every time. Is it wrong for me to keep my opinions to myself to avoid making my parents angry? Or would it be better if I branched out and did my own thing? Signed, Confused.
Ooh.
Confused.
And shout out to Jen real quick.
Yeah.
She's reading the questions for us tonight. That's my girl Jen. Hey
Hey,
Jen.
Jen.
Hey,
Doing a good
Jen.
job, Jen. Doing a
And,
good job.
So what we think about this?
do
We
your own.
all do things to please our parents, but
Do your
as an adult, you got to make your own decisions. And if they don't like it, you got to live your life.
Yeah.
Life's too short to be miserable.
Yeah,
Way
but
too miserable.
I say the same
That's
thing.
how I felt.
Voice my opinion and still do my own thing. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and still do my own thing at the end of the day, because you have to be happy for yourself. You can't let nobody else dictate how you feel and what they want you to do. So
And
Sharon
also,
said
I'm
move.
a parent and I don't like everything my kids do or the decisions they make,
Me either.
but it is what it is. And so, especially when they're adult, you kind of have to just, yes, keep your opinion. Ain't nobody asking my opinion. I keep it to myself. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's definitely a lot to unravel on that one. They was discussing, their religion and their sexuality, um, and basically just trying to make sure they somewhat appease their parents. And that's what T and Earth are saying. Like, no, you can't live your life trying to appease nobody, because ultimately, it's going to be you who have to live with you. So they definitely got to make decisions based on saying themselves. I would also suggest, just for their religious purposes, you still could study and look into other religions if that's what you feel. Just because you grew up like that, that doesn't necessarily mean that's you. The parents might have passed that down to them. They might feel like they getting called and pulled, elsewhere. So that's where the studying, going to come into play. But definitely, I would say definitely take your time in making those decisions. But definitely trust your heart.
Yeah.
yeah,
Pray on it for
yeah,
sure.
that's the number one thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Shay?
I think she should do her own thing because she make her own decisions. And people gonna say whatever they're gonna say about you regardless, but you can do what you want.
Use the ice machine. Now I was gonna piggyback off of where Reese was saying about being grown, or I don't know if it was Erica.
That's
One of
her.
them mentioned an adult kids. It might have been Erica.
Hmm.
Me being a parent of adult kids, it is hard. And me being still being a child. You know what I mean? Like my dad is still living. My mother is not here, but my dad is still here. So even though he's in my house, certain things I just still won't do because it's my dad. You know what I mean? Like, but in that aspect, off of the religion, I would have to stand on that. And I did. My grandfather was a pastor. So at a certain age, it was just I still believe, I still pray, I know the word, but this not for me right here.
Sharon Green said, "Do your thing in your own house."
Yeah.
Mm. And I think the sexuality part, I mean, I know that for so many, they struggle with religion and sexuality. I have witnessed it. I have,
Hmm.
and it is a true and real struggle. I know that people hide these things from their parents,
Hmm.
grandparents, sisters, brothers, whatever, and it does something to your soul. And so I think,
Yes.
if you can release that and, stand on it, then, you will feel better about yourself. And then they
So
either will come around or they won't come around.
so we all agreeing on talk about it. We'll pray about it, think about it, make some decisions, stand on what you believe.
Saying on what you believe. Yep.
Hmm.
I think we all agree.
Yep.
Yep,
Agreed.
We
agreed.
ready for question two?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's roll it.
Question number 2. So, background info. I used to date a guy for 2 years, and before the second year was complete, he randomly chose to cheat on me with one of my best friends while on a trip to DC that I did not attend. I've had a new boyfriend for almost 4 months now, and he has a girl best friend. I would be fine with that if it weren't for the fact that she flirts with him casually and he accepts in the same way. He left for a trip to Florida on Friday, and she went to Florida as well. She met with him and his family over there. My question is my lack of trust justified, or are my insecurities stepping in based on past experiences? And why do I feel so sad? Signed, in love, or nah?
No,
Ugh.
no.
No. Next.
Ugh.
All I'm gonna say is next. That's it. Next.
No, let that go.
Yeah.
Mr.
So are
Maurice.
we saying let it go because
I know it was
of
coming.
the past relationship? That's what she's asking. So are we letting it go because of the past relationship? Why would we be
It's
letting it go?
because of the past relationship, but she just said that she went on the trip with him, with his family. So,
No, 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 no. You didn't listen to the question.
She
well,
said she went to Florida too, but
she went
maybe not
She
with
went to
him
Florida also. He
also.
went with his family. She met up with the family and
he
him while down there.
saying,
Oh.
let it go.
Okay.
I feel I feel two ways about this because I do believe that men and women can be friends. However, um, it's just sticky. I mean, you have to set some boundaries. So it looks like you need to have a conversation because the whole we gonna meet up with your family and I'm not there. That's a no
Right.
go.
Invite.
And the flirting, cut it out. So I mean, I don't. I think that they can be friends, but there's got to be some boundaries in place if I'm going to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, let
curious.
me
I'm
recap
curious.
it.
I'm curious, Mr. Maurice.
Well,
If
I'm a
Hold
tag.
on, Reese.
I'm
Let
a
me
tag
re
in when Leah recap. I
Yeah, let
got
me
something to
recap
say.
it for Miss Sharon real quick. So Miss Sharon, she was dating her college boyfriend for 2 years. Before that 2 years was up, he slept with her best friend when they went on a trip, a college trip, I'm assuming, to DC. The girlfriend didn't go. Fast forward to now she has a new boyfriend. She's been dealing with him for about 4 months. He has a girl best friend who flirts with him casually and he just accepts it like it's nothing. He went to Florida. She also went to Florida. She met up with him and his family. and the girlfriend is feeling, I guess, like, is it insecurity, her trust, or what? So she's asking, like, what should she do?
I can I tag in?
Yeah,
Can I,
say you
can I
is.
jump? Can I jump across the ropes like a WWF wrestler and tag
Listen,
in?
come on in.
I'm a answer the question, but I'm gonna tell you exactly why. The question is the answer is yeah, she got to bounce. Like yeah, she got to leave that alone. And the reason why, and I'm gonna give it to the panel and to any woman listening. Ain't no dude trying to be your friend for real. They're all dudes. If the time right, he is not your friend. I said it. Quote me. Put me down. Push me down in the street. But whoever say he your friend and all that, if the time right and the lights low,
Not the lights low.
that is not your friend.
Did you say turn off the lights?
If the light, they ain't got to be off. If the lights is low,
Low. He just said they got to be low.
that's not your friend. And so if a dude is with you, right? Dudes don't run up in the street now. You know what I'm saying? I'm saved and sanctified. Don't run up on me now for exposing this. And the dude saying he with you, right? But he also has a female best friend that they spend an ample amount of time with. No. No, because we already know that the dynamic in itself is not going to be conducive for y'all relationship. You know what I mean? So she really with him. You supposed to be the best friend. That's where it's supposed to be at. I'm not now. I might have some friends that we kick it with, and we cool with.
Yeah, that's what
You
I was
really,
gonna say.
but you really got to be super secure in yourself, right? To
Right.
not to be concerned about what's going on when I'm not in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? 99% of the time, it won't fly right. You know what I
Right.
mean? It won't fly right. That's just the real.
Because
You know what I
I'm
mean?
he not gonna accept her doing that, her having a male friend and flirting and all that going on. So no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, exactly. Now let me tag back in. Now it's some people that, like y'all know now, it's some people that's with that. They're saying, hey, we got an open
Yeah.
relationship. This just
Mm-hmm.
what it is. We got an open marriage. That's just what it is. If that's what you're with, cool. If she's saying she accept that, that's what it is. But if they not saying that that's what it is, we saying we just friends, we hang out, kick it, like we like to hang out late at night and go.
Right.
Nah, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? She can save
I
herself some
agree.
headaches and some pain.
I agree. And I do have a male good friend. So I do
Yes.
agree with what you're saying,
Okay.
but it's the male good friend that's
Leave him alone.
we gonna talk to each other. No, not even like that. It's like you said, like we may meet up. Like I may not see him to my birthday next year.
Be
You know
careful.
what I mean? So it'll be something like that. But he's been my friend for like 20 some years. But I don't look at him like that. So we don't even
Dude,
put ourselves in those
dudes is
situations.
werewolves, and dudes.
No, that's what I'm
If
saying. So
we
I
peel
don't
the
even
mask
put
back on your
myself in
friend,
situations.
yeah, men is we werewolves.
I know
Don't
that.
play with him like that. You better be
No,
straight and narrow.
no. It is on the straight and narrow. He knows what
Okay,
time it is. But I know a few people who are in open relationships. I
right,
know one that's still holding on strong. I know one that now one of them wants to back out, but the other one don't. You know what I
right,
mean? So now it's causing. So I can see that. So I've always stood firm on that. Like I'm not definitely not with none of that.
right.
But no, that dude, like we don't talk on the phone. You know what I mean, or nothing like that. But if we see each other, we see each other.
But let's change topics for the next question.
He said he want to move on.
Yes, Lord.
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, because I can be part of that 1%. You said 99%.
You absolutely right. You
Listen,
absolutely right.
I can
You
be
absolutely
part of
right.
that 1%. I
'Cause
believe I was chosen.
listen, you absolutely right.
Like I feel that in my soul.
It's real folks out there that can stand firm. They can walk the line. That's real.
Right.
I'm saying that is
I
real
think
because go ahead.
I think Sharon just said if they're real friends,
They
they
should
need to
know.
learn how to step back.
Yeah, you
I
got
agree
to
with
know your
that too.
And
boundaries.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
So you know your boundaries. So in her
Mhm.
situation, I would say fall back.
Right,
But
Mhm.
to like because it's already her insecurities and her trust is that, like the trust is gone from there anyway.
right.
So you're already gonna be, like your wheels are turning. And then the second thing is you ain't checked her and him. Like
Right.
Mhm.
even just to see, like I still just want to check the temperature, even though I know I may roll, but like what?
Yeah, see, that's and you could do that. Let me tag in. You could do that, but if they still have a unified front of saying we friends, it's not like it's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, we
Right.
friends. You understand what I'm saying? So, but like you said, I just want to touch something. Like you saying, you the 1% that you can do that. I'm saying me too, because you got this, you got the security within yourself,
So
right? So
exactly.
I can be with a female. She can. I'm going over. Okay, cool. I could be, and she could be dancing with the dude. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm secure. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt
Benefit. Yep.
until I start seeing something else. You give me any inkling of
Any inkling.
anything
Yep.
else,
Mhm.
I'm going this way. If you
Mhm.
don't give me no
Exactly.
inkling of anything else, so if the back to the question, if she in her fit, she got the gut, and they talking, you just popping up, y'all flirting, and see friends, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't even gonna
Do
that ain't
that.
even gonna
No,
be in a play. But if she's seeing
not
that and
going
seeing
down.
something, that's if it's a little bit, go ahead and run with that. If it's a lot, then you know what I'm saying, she really just doing herself a disservice, you know what I'm saying, in
Or
disrespect.
just join in. Everybody be friends. Try your hand. If she
Yeah,
really want to
I
stay
think the
with her,
friend know what she's doing. The friend knows what she's doing.
the friend
Like
know.
clearly.
Right.
So
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
Cause
Somebody just put down
listen,
their
just
red
like
flags, baby.
hey Reese, just like the men, we know the women.
Hey,
Mhm.
We know how to
Have
listen.
good intuition. She know what's really going on, so she
that's
might
it.
Mhm.
Right your
figure out
tail,
if she's gonna
serious
stick with
red
him or
flag.
she's not gonna stay with him.
Hmm.
One or the other.
That's it.
Exactly.
Hmm. That's it.
I would. I may stay, cause I'm that 1%. No,
Mhm.
but I do believe that you know what? No, I'm gonna thank God for being secure, like you said,
All
within
right.
that. I've never
Mhm.
had to question that. Being with Devin for 23 years, and he's a barber. So I've never been the wife that sit down at the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
some of the
Mhm.
You got someone what? You know, froze. We got a phone call or something.
She's frozen in time.
Devin done called and said, "What the world going on here?" Well, let me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Only
yeah,
frozen too.
yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, being secure with yourself though, you could do that. I know I done ran into some times where because I'm personable and I might talk and I laugh and giggle, I'm a social individual. I might rub the female I'm with the wrong way because I'm like that.
Right.
So to make sure they secure though, being a man, make sure that if I do have friends and that, hey, look, I'm right here right now. That's not what's happening. You got to understand that if we're gonna be friends, you know, if
Mhm.
we're gonna be friends. Like somebody just put in the comments, if you my friend, you got to know where the boundaries at. You know, the individual I'm with right now, they might don't have the same security as me, or as you know what I mean. So they need more reassurance. So this reassurance that I'm about to give them is to say, hey, look, my friend, we might have to digress a little bit on our ha ha he. I might can't come Taco Tuesday, and you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and all. I might can't come right now. And if they love you for real and they're your friends, they say cool. Well, what Devin say?
Right.
Hold on.
I'll wait for his picture to.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. He joined the live. Yep, sure did.
No.
What you
No.
got?
So what back to what I was saying.
Okay.
Being secure within myself, I never really had to question that. And I do think I was thankful for that. You know what I mean? Because I've seen some situations go up and down.
Mhm.
But I don't know if I would stay, like you said, if I seen that inkling. Like I love him
Mhm.
enough, but that inkling right there, I don't know. I would have to go.
Right.
I
Mhm.
would have to
Yeah,
go.
you know.
And no, Devin is not here. He at the barbershop, Reese.
Mhm.
It was just crazy how your screen froze.
Yes, because I've been in situations.
Yours was
But
on and
on my end, no. On my end, all of y'all had froze. That's why I was like, what's going on?
I thought I was going to have to pull up and roll up. Ooh, okay, come
Don't
on.
do me like that. Don't do me like that.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Don't do me like that. So back to the question. What we want to wrap it up with.
I seen a comment. Somebody said it's only been 4 months. You might as well bounce. You ain't
Yeah.
even really. You ain't in invest. There it goes. It's only been 4 months. You better run while she can. That's what. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas said. Yeah, you ain't invested a whole lot.
That's Tia's sister, by the way,
Hey, to
Chantel.
your
Hey,
sister. Hey,
Chantel.
Chantel. I ain't.
And
I ain't
Tori
want
is
to.
my
I
sister.
ain't want
Hey,
to butcher your
Wayne.
name, Chantel. That's why I said Douglas.
All right. I guess we are on to question number 3. We rolling through these guys. So I have something special at the end.
Question number 3. My 19-year-old daughter, a sophomore in college, recently informed us that she is dating a coworker who is 27 years old and lives at home in his mom's basement. He has a job. She tells us that he is respectful, treats her better than any guy her age, and he is mature and kind. Her friends love him and say how they wish they had someone like him. They don't see an issue with the age gap. My daughter has only dated a couple of boys in her life who were her age. My husband refuses to meet him and will never approve of this relationship. I agree that the age gap is too big, but I'm afraid that this will turn into a family fight. What do you think? Can you advise me on how to handle this?
What's the age difference?
19, 27. It's
19 and 27. They work together. He lives in his mama basement.
That's the number.
But he's respectful. He's respectful. At least he works. He's respectful. He's mature. In the words of her and her girlfriends. Mom is kind of caught in the middle. You know how we tend to try to hold on, keep the kids around. Dad not feeling it at all. He don't is no parts, no happenings. What should she do?
They grown. I'm sorry. The
one
issue.
because she's grown anyway. So, well, 19.
Does
So,
the daughter live with the parents?
It
No,
didn't say
she said-
that.
no, she said she was in
Hold on,
college,
because I have
but
another thing. No,
possibly.
she's in college, but no, it didn't say that. Oh, okay. Well,
Mm-mm.
I mean, she
are
gonna
we
do
stuck?
No,
nothing.
I'm not. I mean,
Listen,
one thing Tia
parents
said I
of the
want to.
grown kids, are we stuck?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just go ahead, Reese. I want to hear what Reese about to say.
well, you
Mm-hmm.
said something about that was the biggest issue about the man staying in the basement, right, at his mama house,
I'm
right?
sorry. Yeah, that was it's off the topic, but
I,
that's my number one thing.
I understand that. I understand that. I'm saying that it shouldn't be though, because we don't know the situation. You
True.
feel me? We don't know the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might be doing it like how the other nationalities do it. You know what I'm saying? How we should do it sometime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might get together and say, look, we're gonna put in on this crib, save your money, you save your check, we're gonna build a little bit. I know maybe that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he fumbled the bag and then he had to come back to mama house, possibly. But he might be recouping though. You know what I'm saying? He might say, hey, look here, mom, I got to come back here, get myself back together, and I'm going to bounce back. Just give me a minute, right? So that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue really is that the mama, whoever, I think the question came from the mama, she can't do nothing about that situation. It'd be different if she was younger, not in college, she wasn't, as the law would quote, an adult. Then the parents could, do something. But yeah, like you said, parents of grown kids, yeah, we see it all the time. You could want
Yeah.
something for your child,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like you can just like I can do my little son. I got my little son Ace, who about to be 4. I can pick him up and put him in the car seat and strap him down. And he go everywhere I go. He eat what I eat. He ain't got nothing to say because he can't do nothing. Got me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I got a older son that's the boy, what, 27, 28, something like that. tatted up. I can't do nothing with him. Like I'm trying to get him to come this way, he go that way. I tell him to do that. You know what I mean? What you can do? So the woman who got the issue with who her daughter dating is really nothing you can do. This is something I learned though. This is a good piece that I learned. We at that point, grown parents of grown children, we got to learn. It's on us, really. It's not really the daughter issue, it's the parent issue, it's the mother issue. You got to learn how to fall back. Like, because you're so used to picking her up and putting her in the car seat, you're so used to directing her and telling her what to do, and now she moving and grooving. You ain't figured out how to let that part go. Yeah, you might want her to do this, but you got to figure out how to let that go. You got to figure out just how to be the person that she could connect with and talk to when the time that she do want some advice. Because she might don't want your advice right now. You know what I mean? She might don't want your advice. She doing what she's doing, but you keep trying to tell her and put her in the car seat, and she like, get off me. Like, stop trying to strap me in. Like, she don't even want to be around you.
It's definitely a lesson to learn to fall back.
Right.
Fall back, and if they ask you a question or ask you for your opinion, I'm on ready. But until then, I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
You know?
You like it, I love it.
Yeah.
Until you don't like it,
long as she happy.
I done fell all the way back. I done hit the floor. Like I can't even. I'm all the way back, but I also had to learn. So shout out to Kennedy, my oldest. Me and her came up through this right here together, honestly. So with her, it was like I bumped my head. I done fell all the way back. Like you said, I'm pulling her nose. Sit here in this seat.
Right.
Why you trying to go over there? I need you to sit right here. You're not listening. Then after a while, and I picked up on it quick, I had to fall back. Now it's like, I get it, Mom. You know, like I get it. So, and I'm cool with them conversations. And like Erica said, I'm on ready. Like when that, listen, when it's coming through, because a lot of people go, I hate when my kids text me. I'm okay with that because I'm still communicating. I know they're going to call me. They call me all during the day. You know what I'm saying? Me, Kim, and Kennedy on FaceTime all the time. So I get that. Devin and Mason, they going to text. So I'm cool with that. As long as if Devin don't text back, then I'm worried. Like, listen, that's what it is. But now with Devin being in his situation and getting ready to be a father, I knew it. So it was like, So I feel better because right now that mother wearing that burden, I know how that feel, and it's not even our burden. Once you get over it, it's like, oh no. Nah. So people be asking me now, what about Devin? He gonna be a good dad. Listen, y'all don't know I hit my head with the first one. I ain't doing it again. So no, he gonna be a good dad. When he shoot me that text the other day, Mom, I'm ready. This it. XYZ, I got you. That's it. But growing up, like I said, with Kennedy, that was the lesson. With Devin, that was a better lesson. With Kim, I really was getting it. And now with Mason, I can see the difference. You know what I mean? Like how everybody gets just a little bit of a different me. And
is it different?
And they are all a little different.
Is it different to Leah and Tia and anybody else who has adult female and male children? Because I've only gone through female, and you know, she is her mother's child to some degree, and but she has taught me a lot about, you know, just keeping my mouth shut, and I have to keep reminding myself her age and what I did at her age and how I felt at her age, because I'm real old and she's not. And so, but I haven't gotten that experience with my son, and they are like I don't even know where he came from. It's so different. And so do y'all think that it's different for your sons and daughters?
Yes, I do.
I do.
And how so?
Because we don't want, I'm gonna say, for instance, I would say I wouldn't want my daughters to have kids right now versus my son. I don't know if that, I would rather my son to have a child, not per se, but it was just easier for me to be like, okay, he's 23, his girlfriend had a baby, than versus my daughter, because I know I had kids young, starting at 19, and I never want them to fall in my footsteps. So I've been on them for a long time. I just never wanted them to be for them to be like that at a young age, pregnant with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you think it is because we as women know what it is to be a mother, whether you are a single mother or whether you have somebody there with you? Because, sometimes it's one and the same. And our boys, you know, um, the baby 9 times out of 10 is not going to be at your house 24/7.
right.
So, that's, I guess, is a big difference. Leah, grandma to be.
And see, like Tia said, it's her daughters for her. It was my son for me. So I
Mm,
feel opposite. I knew once Kennedy, the point of the age, so she was 20, which was still young to me, but I knew at 20 that Kennedy could handle it.
mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was going to be a
Maturity.
little rough. Yeah, I knew it was going to
Yeah.
be a slight struggle. I knew I was going to have to be there. You know what I mean? But I will say she has done the doggone thing. Shout out to you, Kennedy. Um, but for Devin, when Devin told me, I cried. And
Because that's your baby.
it was crying. Not even that, Tia. It was like it was my son. With Kennedy, I cried. Don't get me wrong. It was like, oh, she's having a baby. Why? And I felt like Tia because I knew what she was about to go through. But it was
Right.
also like, okay, I know she got this. Like, I know she got this. With Devin, oh no, I cried and punched the wall because for me, being the baby mother for life, you know what I mean. So now it's like this lady is getting ready to be what I was. Not even to Devin, but I know how I was as a mother. I know how I
Yeah.
was to Big Devin sometimes, or Kennedy's dad behind my kids. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know with them being young, it's gonna be tough. I know for my son, and I'm not saying this about her, but for young men in general, even if you're doing good, sometimes it's hard. Even for older men. So I can't even just say that. Sometimes with men, it's like even when you're doing good, you see how you have the bad apple or the bad woman that just pull you back or
Mm-hmm.
just makes it hard for the child, or anything like that. With Kennedy, I know I was raising her, don't, that's his dad, whatever it is. And Kai has a really good relationship with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as that, no, I was opposite of Tia. I did not want my son. No way. No how. A little bit of that is because he's my baby. If everybody knows Devin is my baby.
Right.
But no, I don't know. I'm opposite of that.
And I
What
noticed
you
that
think, Ree? Oh, go ahead.
I was a lot stricter on my oldest three versus Tony. She's the youngest. I noticed that. I let her do a lot more and get away with a lot more than I did. I was really strict with them first three. I really was. And they will tell you that. But they thank me. They always thank me. They say, I appreciate you being strict on me the way you are. But Tony, that's my baby. And I am a lot lenient on her than them other ones.
Shay, how
Yes,
old
you
are your
are.
children?
My kids, well, one will be 15 and over the summer. I had 10-year-old in a week or so, a 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Do you find yourself um being more strict or less strict? Because I'm the same way to you. I mean, my kids
Well,
are
it
12
would be for my
years
son
apart, so.
now because my son is the oldest, and growing up these days, I have to be strict on him. So
Mm-hmm.
it's everything about because he's in high school and he's beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you see everything bad. And I work in the school system, so I'm hard.
Mhm.
Bless you.
Like it's like I don't let him go nowhere. I'm strict on him. Like it's people ODing in his class. I gotta tell him, don't take these drugs. Don't do this. Be careful. Watch your back. Like it's hard. And growing up with these kids these days is really hard. So
Mm-hmm.
It is.
my guidance is on my son. The girl
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
too much. It's him and going into the real world.
And I
Yeah.
think it has something to do with the times because
I was gonna say that,
our
Erica.
children, like my oldest she'll be 23 this year. So when she was little, we didn't have all that. But my 10-year-old, even now, just today, um, I have to guide in a different way. He's a different child altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But he is black and he's a big child and he's aggressive. He loves football, he loves contact sports. Um, but even though my daughter says that I, am so lenient on him, he can do anything, and I just sit there because I'm old. Um, he is. I have to parent him much different because of the times. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
I
Yeah.
want to tap in just on something about being strict and then being lenient. So strict with the oldest and then lenient with the youngest. And this coming from the baby boy in the family, right? I'm the youngest in the household. Um, but I was able to ask my mama something because I'm trying to pick her brain on that. Because they say the same thing, like, okay, the oldest say, yeah,
Mhm.
y'all let Reese do whatever he want to
I
do,
was
like,
the oldest. Yeah.
and they was, super strict, what I'm saying, with them. And but this what she told me. He said, I learned something through the years. The
Mhm.
strictness come from that's your first child, right? You have
Yeah.
no experience in parenting. You
Mm-hmm.
got me? So it's the same way, like, what I'm saying, you just bought this new car. And so you're like, oh, don't scratch it. Oh, don't park right here to make sure nobody park. But then after a while, you done drove it for some years, you whipping like this, you bag it up, you doing everything. You free with it. But
Right.
when you got that first child, right, you have no experience in parenting, right? And then now years of parenting, you learning things. So then when the other
Mm.
child come up, I'm saying, the next child come, you're a little bit more comfortable. You're like, yeah, well, I know he ain't gonna bust his head because they can run a little bit, they can do. And then now you
Mhm.
get a little later on down the road, and you have, the last baby. You like, man, go on outside, do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Go, he all right. Go ahead, he good. Go ahead. She good. Yeah, I got you here, baby. Go ahead. You're not really as strict with it because you done learned so much through your parenting years. And so then now you come down to where they say, oh, that's the baby. But really it's just that you a little bit more confident in your parenting skills.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
I don't know if it's either if it's worse if you're the baby boy or if it's the same if you have a baby girl.
well, I don't know that. I know baby boy experience coming up that it wasn't. I mean, they say it was sweet, but I'm saying I had six siblings above me. I couldn't beat nobody up, so I couldn't watch what I wanted to watch on TV. They made me feel it. They made me, yeah. Like even if
Mm.
if mom and them was treating me different, they definitely made me feel it. I ain't getting nothing easy in the house. But I do appreciate the actual lessons and tutelage that I got from my mother and father through the years from parenting tough early on. They still was tough parents when they got to me, but they had learned so much dealing with the other kids that by the time they got with me, they was doing something slightly different. Um,
Mhm.
but they had more confidence. That's what she told me. She just had more confidence in my parents and said I knew what I kind of felt like I knew what I was doing at the time, even though it seemed like leniency, which it might have been, I can't say that it wasn't, but she said I was just more confident in my parents, and so I was able to do, what I'm saying, some different things. Uh, yeah, just want to share that part.
I often tell a story about the difference between my children. Real strict on Devin. She is a go getter, do it all, have it all. She want it all. She gonna get it all. Period. My son was in daycare and they called me and said his head was bleeding, and I was like, all right, what are you calling me for? They're
Right.
like, no, 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 you need to come take him to the hospital. I was like, oh, okay. Like I was just like, all right, his head's bleeding, put a band-aid on it. Like, what do you like? Why is this discussion? Because I was so like, like by the time he was born, I'm just like, all right, he fall, he, tripped, fall, whatever, it's okay. Um, so I think because he's a boy, he's a little bit more attached to me than he is his dad, and so I think we have a different type of bond, but also I have to remind myself that he is not a baby and he has to grow up to be somebody's boyfriend and husband and daddy, and I don't want him to be, a sorry individual. So I have to
Right.
remind myself to stop doing so much for him and show him what to do.
Yeah, wanting to be more independent.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got in Leah, in a nutshell, we saying that we got to continue to parent, learn as we go, because don't know it's not no real book. Ain't nobody got no real formula for it. You
I'm
know what
learning,
I mean?
still learning every day. I'm 46.
Right. And yeah, so just she can't do nothing about that. She just got to go ahead and let the folks be grown.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Summed up.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I was just coming back in. You
I
summed it
said,
up
yeah,
for
I
me.
said, yeah. I said she can't do nothing about that. She just got to let the girl be grown and then figure out how to
Yep.
deal with
Say
herself,
less.
parent.
Yep.
Oh no, I was looking at what Sharon said. Okay, Mom. So we agreeing to just let the daughter be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sharon said I'm
Yep.
going to use
Mm-hmm.
that next time my daughter said I was stricter on her than her brother.
Yeah, you just learn more.
Yes, tell them we told you,
Mm-hmm.
Miss
Yeah,
Sharon. Tell them we
I
told you
became
that.
wiser.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we ready for question number 3? You got one?
I
Yeah, I
thought
think
we
it's
did
another
question
question.
number.
I think it's just another question. Don't put no number on it. Just say another question.
Another question.
Right, because
Yes, my
I
name is
thought that.
Patrice, and I'm one of your
Oh.
VVRs for this
There we
week's
go.
Ask Alma. Hello. My mother started telling lies to me and my brothers and sisters about not being able to pay her bills. She will ask each one of us to pay a bill every month. My father left my mother well off, and it feels like she's stealing from us. And we don't understand why she doesn't realize that we all talk to each other. When I confronted her, she said I was evil. And that's why she never told me who my real father is.
Mm.
Oh.
Now I'm completely livid. She stopped taking my calls. I don't know if she's going crazy or not, and I'm not paying any of her bills. I do, however, want to know what she's talking about when it comes to my dad. What do you think about what's happening to me, Alma?
What y'all think?
That was a mean spin.
Uh,
Mm.
What you say, Tia?
I said it was a couple of different things. I was lost about the bills, and she went to something about her father.
So
called
they
her evil because she wouldn't pay her bills.
Oh,
so he died, left her well off, and she's straight. But now she's asking the kids for the money for
Money.
bills.
oh, okay.
They feel like that she's stealing from them because she's good, and then
Yeah.
said something, and then she threw in there that that's not their real dad, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted she got money. She want them to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
But they talk to each other. And so they like, yo, why we paying the bills when she got, money? And so they actually like confronted her. And so she kind of went off like, well, yeah, you evil. And that's why I ain't never told who your real daddy is. Like
Mm-mm.
that's hurtful.
Yeah, that's
Um, behind some money, like paying a bill. And so, they like, the kid was really saying like, want to know who their real dad is, and she not answering no calls, and they, want to know how we feel about what's happening to them. Um, yeah, that's a mean spin from where we just came from. That's tough.
Yeah.
I got
Um,
nothing.
money wise, if you know she got some money, then yeah, you can just stop paying those bills.
That's what I was gonna say on
Um,
that part.
even though you being the child, and now that's your parent took care of you, and so then it should be in reverse when they get to a point where they can't take care of themselves. You should halfway, if you are in the position to help, that's
Mm-hmm.
what family's supposed to do. But if I do know your financial situation is way better than mine, then yeah, I'm not paying your bills. You can be daddy, granddaddy, great granddaddy. Like, yeah, that's not even a call that those folks supposed to make if your financial situation is better than mine. Um, now, and then as soon as I confront that and you come and say some, hateful and derogatory things, I mean, it
Yeah.
could be some mental stuff going on. I don't know how old these folks is. It could be dementia. It could be anything. Um, yeah, and I don't even know how to begin to say how they're supposed to look into trying to find out who their real father is, because the
Right.
information is right there with the mother. Um, but
Well,
yeah,
they can ask the auntie. It's the auntie if somebody know.
They know
Rest in
something.
peace.
Somebody knows.
Listen, rest in peace to my Aunt Betty, because that's
Right.
who I was calling. Look, Aunt
Yeah.
Betty, the people said,
Right. Right.
hold
Right.
on, that's your people in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute,
Yeah.
that's so and so's son.
Somebody
All
knows
right.
something.
Yeah, somebody gonna know something. Call your cousin, somebody to at least try to lead you somewhere if you really want to know. Or
Right.
would you like to just leave that door shut? You know what I mean? Like some people may
Hmm.
prefer to just leave it shut. But I think it was kind of messed up that she did throw that in there like that.
Yeah.
Because
Cause
at the end of the day, those her kids.
right.
Rob is, so why would you throw that at me like that? Mom?
Right.
Mm-mm.
Probably just
Definitely
Like
stop
at
paying
the,
those bills.
because she was.
hello?
Yeah, I ain't paying no more bills. And they possibly could, I don't know how many siblings, they might can do a little like intervention, like maybe she talking to one of them, but not talking to the one that confronted. And then, maybe they could say, hey, mom, or you want to meet over here, and then all of them be there. Like, yo, man, what's happening, man? Like, talk to us. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's really going on? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
And
that's
see, then
sad.
there's the older sibling who just put all the siblings in the group message.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I ain't paying nothing else because I
Hmm.
gotta look for my father. I'm petty like that. I gotta start. I'm gonna have to start paying to do that. I might
Mm-hmm.
gotta
Hmm.
hire a PI.
Mhm.
Like she didn't hurt me that bad, and I gotta say that. Is you really my mother?
Hmm.
Like what's really going on with the story? Why would you do that to me? And we just lost our father. The
Yeah,
man, we at least we thought it was our father. Because
right,
like you said, depending on the age, imagine somebody telling me now Greg ain't my father.
right.
Right.
You want to? You can't tell me Greg not my father. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
would you do that? Like, that would real live hurt. So that was
Yeah,
And
me.
she might
Like,
just be lying because she mad.
right.
Boogaloo22
Oh,
said,
yeah,
Mom is going through something. Maybe the
maybe.
death of her husband is making her trip out.
Probably
I
going
think
Yeah.
I know Boogaloo. Hey, Boogaloo.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. Like, it might I think Sharon has said the same thing. Like, it might be some need a mental health check. So they might need to try to do some type of intervention where all of them come together and be like, look, let's go see mom. Let's see what's really going on, because you're asking for money, right? So, all right, so let me rewind. Let me digress on what I just said. Maybe she blew through the money that they thought she had. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
Oh, we ain't think about that.
You
You
feel
right.
me? She might have had some money, but she ain't really
Right.
been, what I'm saying, disclosing what's really going on, and now she don't
Or
have
what
no money.
if it, you right? What if it really was no money?
Yeah, she
And she
blew
ain't
through
know
it.
how to say it. Yeah.
Right. And so
It
now
could be
she
a few
asked,
Hmm.
she asking
situations.
for help. She hurt,
If
like the death of the husband. You know what I mean? She done messed up the money. You know what I'm saying? She ashamed. She don't know who the daddy is, whatever. You know what I mean? They might need
Yeah.
to really go over there and check on mom. You know what I mean? Not the phone calls,
Yeah.
not the text messages. Yeah, go over there and knock on the door, man. You know what I'm saying? To see what's going on with mom. You know,
Yeah.
that's before she gone.
I
mm-hmm.
mean, well,
Hmm.
she'll eventually call them because she won't be able to flick no lights. You know what I'm saying?
But she might
So,
can't call because the phone might get cut off.
oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Whoever
that
paying the
means no
phone bill, keep
They pay
Wi-Fi.
calling.
the phone bill.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi, no nothing.
Right. They might gotta go check on them.
Everything just gone.
Yeah, man. That's on the real. You know what I'm
Go check
saying?
on moms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They need an intervention, man. They gotta go check
Now
on
let
mom.
me ask this real quick: what if they go over there and there's nothing wrong with her and she just nasty?
Mhm.
You
We'll
still
carry
gotta check on
Love
mom.
her from a distance.
carry it too. And
Boundaries.
Love her from distance.
leave it alone.
Yep.
I'm
Boundaries.
saying no, you gotta check on mom, yo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we still going to check on mom, but you get over there and we thinking she mental. Now we
And she's
sitting
still
down and
tripping.
she just like this me. Like I'm
I'm,
not
Hmm.
mental.
I'm still gonna go over there.
Hmm.
You
I'm
gonna
still
go? Are you gonna continue? No, are you gonna continue to pay the bills? If she really staying ten
if she
toes down
broke,
and be like,
if
I'm
she
not
broke,
mental. This me. I
yeah,
don't know who y'all
I
dad
don't know
is.
who your
Go
daddy
find him if you
is. Go
want.
find your daddy. You evil.
Yeah, I'm sorry
All
I
that.
said it like that, but I was mad because it
If
ain't no
she,
money. You know
if
what if
she,
she's starting to break it down?
if she broke, I'm still gonna pay her bills, even though she's still being nasty. Yeah,
Good for you.
because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that if it ain't always been like that, now it just got like that, right? But we had a good relationship, right? I'm saying this is still my mother, so I still got love for her. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? This person gave me life, wiped my butt, fed me applesauce. You know what I'm saying? Took me to the doctor, all that type of stuff. But then now I'm grown. You know what I mean? I got me a little money, and then she having some issues, whether it's mental, whether she just got an attitude problem
Yeah.
or whatever. I'm still going to deal with her. I'm still gonna pay her bills. I got you, mom. Whatever, Reese, get out of my face. Don't never come over here. All right, cool. And I'm still gonna pay the bill. But that's me. That's my personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna show you love because in the end, you know what I'm saying. When mom dude's gone, I'm always gonna be like, I did the right thing towards you and for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though you ain't do the right thing towards me, I can sleep at night. You see what I'm saying? I can sleep at night because I still put forth my best effort to rectify, you know what I'm saying, the situation because it was good. And if it always been funky and it always been like that, then I can step away and be like, hey, that's just mom. But if she just started tripping, you know what I mean, and just having issues and just having an attitude, it's different if we talk about somebody else. Let me rewind that real quick. If we just talk about a regular person that I know, no, I'm not doing that. But we talk about moms, you know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah.
just start tripping, then I'm still gonna give her the love. I'm gonna pay the bill. I'm gonna go over there. She gonna get tired of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do that. And then whenever the time comes, she gone. I still can go to sleep at night and say, hey, I did the right thing by her. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel. That's how I know we share the same blood. Because I feel
Y'all are
that
great.
no, Tia and Erica has experienced my mother. She was a little off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to
Thank
love
you,
her. It
Sharon.
was
Thank you,
Kim.
Sharon. I see you up there, Sharon.
Put me out the house
Yeah,
all
look,
the time.
Mm.
yes, she did put you out the house.
And I just walked right in the door.
hmm She always put Tia out and Tia come right back, knowing she gonna get put out.
All right. Got to be dedicated with the love.
But it was all out. She loved her from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. She loved it from a distance. So, guys, I guess we wrapping up. Just a little bit, few more minutes. Any last comments?
Go to
Suggestions?
Boundaries.
Boundaries?
Boundaries. Because sometimes parents,
Yeah.
hmm
Listen,
it can be a lot.
if don't nobody know, I know. My mother-in-law's here. Just say that.
hmm
The garage has been transformed. My mother-in-law's here.
hmm
And my father is in the basement. Do the math.
hmm
So
Yep. That's what you do for the folks, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what
yeah, that's what
Love
I'm
Yeah.
them.
saying.
Yep.
Like,
right. And just like
and
with the topic we just got finished talking about, and it don't always be peaches and cream over there.
nah, no, no. And I
Mm-mm.
run a daycare on the second floor. So just picture that.
hmm
Yeah, so I already know. But I wouldn't have it honestly, no other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like no other way.
Right.
If I was in a 2-bedroom apartment, we all just have to figure out how we throw on
Right.
an air mattress in a corner.
hmm
That's right.
So we
Because
figure it out.
that's how it's supposed to. In other cultures, it's guaranteed. Like Asian cultures, it's guaranteed they're gonna do that. They got to take
Guarantee
care.
you're
They
going to
got.
take care of them.
You
Yep.
got to take care of the elders.
Listen,
They come show up
my neighbors
anytime.
right
They
here.
come, you can't say nothing.
You can't do that. They all over there. The grandma
Right.
bring the toys over there from the grandkids.
That's what it
They
is.
in bigger school now. They bringing me all the stuff across the street. You know, it's the husband and the wife over there. The
Mm-hmm.
house next to me, they taking care of their mother and father, and they from different cultures. Everybody on my block, it seemed
Right.
like maybe one house
Yeah.
is not taking care of somebody. My neighbor across
hmm
the street, she just lost her dad. Rest in peace. But
hmm
that's what it is. I just
That's
couldn't see
supposed
it
to
no
be.
other way. Yeah.
It take a
I don't
village,
understand.
baby.
I
It take
feel
a
like you
village.
do. Honestly, if stuff was funky, and even if it was funky, I just still wouldn't see my mother, you know what I'm saying, or father like out. And the way they treating these people in these homes and all that now,
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
hmm
Tina.
nah.
Thanks, team.
Thank you, Aunt Tina. That's Tia's aunt.
Okay. Okay.
So we had Tia's aunt and Tia's sister and her daughter, the baby. Tony was
Right.
on here shouting her
That's
mother
right.
out. The baby was on here.
That's right. That's what's happening. Family affair.
Listen, the family was on here. So I guess this we wrapping it up. I want to thank everybody. We had a few stumbles, but we made it through. Thanks, panel, for holding me down,
Most
like
definitely.
Thank you for
always.
inviting me, Leah.
Yeah, I
But
Much
appreciate
love to y'all.
it.
Check us out. I shall be tuning in prayerfully the last Tuesday of every month. So look forward to us and more
All right.
interesting
Okay, Ernest.
questions.
okay.
So I
It
tip my
was
hat.
great.
Yes.
Hey, Ernie. That's my cousin Ernie, y'all. That's family too. But on my mama's side, Reese, my cousin on my daddy's side.
hmm
So that's how that goes. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We see y'all. Check X Alma out though every Tuesday at 7. Check it out.
Peace.
Check it out.
Y'all later.
Peace.
All
We
right, fam.
out.
Y'all be cool, man.